Disclaimer, if you are triggered by divination, astrology, tarot, and worldly discussions, this channel is not for you.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Wisdom and Light here, and I am back with another reading. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Hi, my name is Bianca and welcome to Wisdom and Light, where we do trending topic readings like this one, monthly horoscopes, and whatever that's going on in the cosmos. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. I hope you started off in love and you are happy and you are writing down the goals that you would like to set for yourself. Happy New Year, everyone. And also, quick announcement. My personal booking system is open, so shameless plug. I do have to announce that I am taking just a few personal readings where I do have some email audio readings available. They are on sale because this is my birthday month. Yay! So I do have that available, and the sale does end, I think, the first week of February, because I wanted to make sure that I do 30 appointments. So if you are interested, then check that out. Once it is sold out, it is completely sold out. Okay, I normally do not do sales like this, but being that I'm celebrating my solar return, I just thought, why not? So everything is in the description down below, and all of my information, my website, the booking system, my social media, it's all right there. Now that that's over, we have to talk about 2024. Now, before I start with this reading, I need to just say this. These readings are not really lighthearted. I will, of course, do other readings where we can talk about more lighter topics, but when we talk about the world energy and what we can expect, there might be some good news and bad news, okay? So just keep that in mind going forward with these type of readings, okay? So I would definitely grab a snack. This is gonna be a long one. Grab a glass of wine, your notebook, your journal, your pen, and let's just see what's going to show up in 2024, okay? So let's get started. Now, we know that astrologically, the real new year is during Aries season, towards the end of March, leading into April, but the rest of the world, well, parts of the world, we celebrate New Year's in January. So again, Happy New Year to all of you. The disclaimer, you don't have to believe in anything that I am saying. Please take my readings as you will. Take what resonates and throw away what doesn't. And let's get started. So I'm just going to be using tarot. And I'm also going to be using some oracle to pull some messages from the divine. And let's see what Spirit has to say in regards to 2024. So the first card that we have is the Ace of Swords, Judgment, Empress, the World. Okay. And then we also have the Ten of Wands. So I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. We're going to move this over here and let's shuffle a little bit more. Ace of Swords, Judgment reverse, the Empress, and the World. By the way, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy readings like this. It really helps the channel and it spreads the word that we do readings like this over here. So thank you guys so much. And shout out to all of the new subscribers as well. Welcome. And for all of my OGs, love you down, and I hope you had an amazing start of your new year. We have the Devil card. What is going on? You guys are probably, for those of you that also shuffle tarot, the deck is this big because I combined two of the same deck in one. So some of the messages could come out in doubles, okay? Five of Pentacles reverse, Knight of Pentacles reverse, Five of Swords. Let's talk about the Ace of Swords, the Judgment reverse, the Empress, and the World. Let's talk about the good news that we can expect in 2024. I do feel like this is going to be a year, whereas in 2023, a lot of people were stepping into their own spiritual path and growing as an individual. We're going to see more of that here. Now, I remembered astrologers and prophets and channelers, including myself, we all collectively, and all of the empaths and all of you that can also feel the frequencies and everything changing, all of us felt that people were going to want to tap more into spirituality. And the reason why we're going to see more people tap into spirituality, more people reaching their own form of enlightenment, a lot of people converting, a lot of people walking towards the church or walking away from the church, a lot of people changing their religion, a lot of intuitives like myself maybe going into a different path, like maybe they want to try out Buddhism and really stick to it. A lot of people are going to be called by God, by the divine, to do something else or to show up in a different way, because maybe how we're doing things is no longer working. So the positive thing that I do see in this reading is the fact that a lot of people are going to be finding their light. Because even though right now we have been wrapped up in darkness, we grow the most in darkness. We transform the most in darkness. Even when you're sleeping, your eyes are closed, everything is dark, and your organs are resetting, everything is cleansing itself off, muscles are restoring itself. All of this is happening while we're in the dark. Just like how when a mother is carrying a child and she's pregnant, that baby is surrounded in darkness. A caterpillar in a cocoon, it's wrapped in darkness until it emerges. So all of us have been in some form of darkness, and we're coming into that light. In 2024, we're just going to see a lot more people not really delve into things that are low vibrational. I do see that here. So people that you least expected are going to be changing their life for the better, because again, a lot of people are feeling this calling to do more, this calling to do things differently. And also there's this sense of acceptance and peace that I feel for so many of us that is on a spiritual journey, that is trying to do things in a new way. I do see that here. So because of that, that's going to make you not want to support certain people. So we need to talk about how in 2024, we are going to get very turned off by certain things that used to inspire us, certain things that used to make us feel, oh my God, I love this. We may be seeing it in a different way now, whether it be because the person that's leading it has fallen out of his grace, or we're just no longer in sync with that. I see a lot of people merging or moving away from what is the norm, merging and moving away from this is what we're supposed to do. Hence why I do feel like there's going to be a very big movement and a lot of people running towards religion. Now, this was said back in 2022. This was also said a lot in the last prediction reading that I did in 2023. And we're going to see a continuation of that. When it comes to money, when it comes to what's happening surrounding money, there's good news and bad news. The bad news is there's a change that's coming in when it comes to how we spend money or how we receive money. There is a change or something that wants to get introduced. I do feel like this may be a little bit rocky at first, but people will grow to get used to it, because I keep hearing this is the start of something new. This is the new order. This is how it needs to be because this happened or because that happened. And this is going to ensure that your money is protected, or this is going to make sure that no one steals it or no one cyber attacks us. Something is going to happen in 2024 from my prediction that is going to call how we do things to question, and it's going to require more security. I'm not sure how that's showing up, but it feels like a big disturbance. It feels like we can no longer do it this way. We've been doing it this way for a very long time, and how we receive money, our relationship with money. We have to make some changes. We have to do things differently. Now, this is not to cause any panic. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but this is a prediction that's coming through. Like I said before, we are in a new age. We are, in fact, in the age of Aquarius, because Pluto went in Aquarius, but I think it went into Capricorn, but it's going to long story short, I did a video on this, and I'll put the link in the description box down below. But we are in that new age right now. And it's so interesting how it's trickling in and it's showing up loudly. The month of April is going to be very important in 2024. A lot of revelations and things happening in 2024. In the month of April, I do feel that too. So that's what I'm getting so far. Now, Ace of Swords and the Judgment reverse, with the Empress sitting in the center of this reading, followed by the World card. We will continue to see a continuation of sex crimes and sexual abuse be highlighted in 2024. There's no escaping it. A lot of people in 2024 is going to get exposed for sexual deviant behavior. We're already seeing it now. We're already seeing it with the Epstein island list, his island and people on that list. We're already seeing it with celebrities. We're going to see that more in 2024. Justice should have been served a long time ago. The Empress is divine feminine energy. Therefore, there's going to be a lot of discussion surrounding women, the safety of women, and women rights. If you are in the transgender LGBTQ community, something may happen in 2024 where laws could be in place that does not benefit people that are transgender. So that's going to be a big uproar as well. There may be some things in place that's not protecting transgender people because this group of people feel this way, this group of people feel that way. This is a prediction that's coming in because women's rights are going to be called to question. I do recall something came out about transgender women can compete with women in the Olympics, and a lot of women felt that it was not a good idea, that the transgender community should have their own Olympic category, from what people were discussing because they feel that it's not fair, they have the upper advantage, etc. This reading is not about who's right and who's wrong. This is just more so of what I'm picking up on and what I'm predicting. So again, if you're not resonating with this, throw this prediction out the window, but this is what I'm picking up on. There's going to be a huge discussion surrounding women. And I remembered a while back, it was discussions about pro-life, pro-choice. All of that is going to come back up the surface again, and addressing men that participated in heinous crimes towards women is also going to be loudly discussed. And with the Empress card also being here, this can speak about fertility and again, women's rights. So however that is showing up, whatever comes to mind is more than likely what could end up unraveling. So my prediction so far is that this year is going to expose a lot of darkness that's been happening right before our eyes, because we are in that age where the truth is just going to come out and there's nothing that can really stop it. There's things that are going to happen that's going to push it back. There's things that are going to happen that's going to delay it because there's people that do not want this information to come out. But it is in fact going to come out. The World card in an upright position, there's no getting out of this, there's no escaping it.
Now, because a lot of people are changing in their own personal lives and they are viewing things differently, we are also going to see a rise in divorces like never before. It's just going to be a lot of breakups, a lot of divorces. I hate to say that, but again, we really are in that time. So we're going to see a lot of people ending relationships this year. But at the same time, the positive is we're going to see a lot of people finding their person this year as well. We're just going to hear more about the divorces, but a lot of people are going to also get married or get engaged, because the word that I keep hearing for 2024 is stability. So we're either going to cut off people and end relationships and connections to be stable within ourselves, or we're going to find our soulmate, our life partner, and build stability together with your person. It just depends on where you stand or what's been happening for you when it comes to matters of the heart and love. I do feel that frequency for all of us collectively. So it's really 50-50. It's either divorce or it's finding your person or finding new friend and becoming one. Now, if you're single, I still feel like stability is a big word, even for people that are single, because maybe you want to get more stable with your career, with your finances. However that's looking for you, this is going to be that year, and being very loud about your boundaries and what it is that you want. Another prediction that's coming through is we may not look at people a certain way anymore. We may look at people differently. We may change our views. We may walk away from things. We may cut things off. We may not be interested. We may take a step back. All of that is happening because so much in 2024 is going to get revealed. And the more that we're seeing, the more that we're just going to be like, you know what, this isn't for me. A lot of information is going to be coming out, even with other life and other planets and things that are happening right before us. We're going to hear more information about that, and it's going to make us either walk closer towards it or walk away from it. It depends on where you stand.
Now, remember in my reading that I did talking about the age of Aquarius, where I said that the last time we saw these placements, France had its revolution and took down the monarchy. Remember that? We currently have the same placements going on right now astrologically. Now, again, I don't have an astrological chart. I don't have that up to show you guys because this is more of an intuitive reading, but I find it interesting that I keep getting a sense that a lot of people are going to get exposed in 2024. A lot of leaders are going to get exposed in 2024. And we really are in the start of a revolution. We are in the beginning of a new order. Now, this doesn't mean that the higher up is going to create this new order. This is more so of the people demanding that change comes about because what has been happening is no longer working. Okay? I do see that here. That is coming up in this reading. Whew, this reading is heavy because there's just so much that's going to be called to question. It's not that simple. It's not really that light. And, you know, these readings that I do regarding world predictions, they're never easily to digest because we really are going to see change. And if not change that's positive, it's change that is not the best. And we're going to demand that, no, we have to do things differently. It cannot continue to be this. I do see that. Now, 2024, there is going to be a surge of violence. We've been seeing that as well. There's going to be more discussion surrounding that. And 10 of Wands, the Devil, the 5 of Pentacles reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles reverse, followed by the 9 of Cups reverse. Outside influences, the 5 of Swords twice, with the 6 of Swords reverse and the Death card. So another prediction that's coming in, there is going to be a surge of violence that's going to be happening. This could start in the month of April. This could start to get louder and louder in the month of April. And I find that interesting because April, there's going to be a Mercury retrograde, and April is Aries season. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars. Mars is known as astrologically the god of war. So you already know where I'm going with this. We're going to see discussions being had, and trigger warning, there may be discussions of war. It just is what it is. There may be discussions of war. Does it mean that we're going to go into war? It's not showing that, but it is showing this aggression is an act of war. This is not what you're supposed to do. And because of that, we're going to see a huge migration. We're going to see a lot of people escaping one situation to get somewhere where it's safe. We have the Death card here as well. I also see something going on with the cost of living. There's going to be discussions surrounding the cost of living. Now, in 2024, something can happen where people are going to start downsizing. People are going to start moving. Some people may even lose their homes, but it's because they can no longer keep up with this. So now they're going to, again, downsize and do something differently. If you are someone that has been trying to buy a home, if you've been trying to lock that in for a very long time, wait around spring summer season to see what's going on with the house market, because I do see something crashing. Something's going to happen with the house market. I do see that going on here as well. I'm not sure where that's manifesting, because I do know that in the United States, people have been complaining a lot about the cost of living. I'm not sure if this is a prediction for the cost of living in the United States, but I do feel like a lot of people are going to start downsizing, and they're waiting for things to kind of blow up and hit the surface so they can be able to buy what they could no longer afford, what a family couldn't afford. So if you play your cards right, you can end up being a savior or a blessing to someone that wants to get rid of their home because they can't afford it, and you can buy it at a decent price, because the market is going to start getting heavily affected. Because the problem is, people can't afford this. People can't afford the cost of living as of right now. So again, that is going to be a huge discussion. And because people are going to find other ways of living, and we're going to see more people go into nature, we're going to see more people tap into their spirituality, it's going to cause a little bit of a shift. Great year to move, great year to see what is out there. Great time to kind of start over is what I'm getting for 2024. But again, we have to pay attention to the things that are going on outside of the United States, outside of Canada, outside of Europe, because there is conflict that is growing between the nations. Another prediction that's coming in also is the breakdown of Hollywood. Now, aside from this reading that I'm doing and my monthly horoscopes, I do reading on trending topics. I do reading on celebrity drama and things of that sort, because that's just what we do over here, right? I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of lawsuits in 2024. I feel that we're going to see a lot of lawsuits in 2024. This reading is not about celebrity stuff, but it's more so about a lot of lawsuits surrounding Hollywood, surrounding prominent figures are going to be a theme here. And some of these lawsuits will go on trial. Some of them will be televised. Another thing that's showing up in 2024, please be mindful of your spending. Something could be coming out that is actually a scam. Remember when I talked about how we process money and how we view money may change because something new may be introduced? With that is going to come a lot of scams. So guys, please be careful with this as well. Scams it's kind of like, remember when cryptocurrency, there was like a whole bunch of scams surrounding that? And there was a guy that actually got arrested, and he's going to serve time in prison because he scammed so many people during 2020, during that cryptocurrency that was actually fake. And a lot of people put their life savings, a lot of people put a lot of money in towards that. We're going to see more of that because of the new introduction that's coming in and how money wants to be transferred. I also feel that it's because intuitively the world is becoming more digital, and because the world is becoming more digital, a lot of people are running back into nature. At least people that are very sensitive to energy, they're wanting to go back into nature, because there's just going to be a lot of high-tech things being introduced to us. On a positive note, the technology is going to improve. It is going to be amazing to see. Again, we are in the age of Aquarius, so let's take the good with the bad. The bad news is not everybody wants this change because they understand that there's a consequence with that. And granted, those consequences will arise and we will handle it and move accordingly. But on a positive note, the technology is going to get so impressive that it's going to help a lot of business owners. It's going to help a lot of people move forward. So rather than being fearful of AI or being fearful of these things, you may want to take a course on how you can use this to benefit your business. If you run a business, you may want to learn it. You may want to take courses in it so you don't end up falling behind and not being able to adapt. This year is going to be about the truth coming out. Unfortunately, discussions of war and talks of how are we going to progress. And with us wanting to move forward in a different way or break down a system that is actually hurting other nations, you're going to see countries hold on to the old ways. But that Aquarius energy is saying, nope, that Pluto energy is saying, nope, we're going to break it down because this is no longer working. But with the Knight of Pentacles reverse, the structure that we have, it's going to get challenged. I do see that here. That is coming through here. There's going to be some drama coming up in the United Kingdom. Around March, April, something is going to be coming up. It could be with the royal family. But overall, so far, that's what I'm getting in this reading, okay? So let's shuffle a little bit more and see when it comes to the conflict that's going on overseas. I can't say any names because YouTube is censoring people that are discussing that conflict. I'm only going to just pull 3 cards and that's it. I cannot talk in depth about it. That's going to probably be available when I start my Patreon. I cannot go in depth regarding the current genocide and things that are going on in the Middle East, things that are going on around the world. I won't be able to talk about it because YouTube does not, they will flag you, they will censor you, they will, shadow ban you. So I can only really, you get what I mean, guys. So don't worry, I'm working on having a little underground community. I've been talking about this, I've been saying this, I'm just getting everything set up so we can have these honest discussions, okay? We have the Judgment in an upright position. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands as well. Actually, let me pull a little bit more cards. Queen of Swords, the Moon, and the Tower. So to answer the question regarding what's going to happen with the conflict over there, I do feel like it's going to get worse, unfortunately. The people that are in the crossfire of this, they're a casualty of this ongoing conflict that's been going on for years, and it's just not fair. The positive that I am seeing out of this is the fact that something about women being very loud and expressive this year, women being very vocal about, I do not feel safe, or what is happening is wrong, or I do not trust men to lead us. I do not trust men to help us evolve as a human race. We're going to see a lot of women step in leadership roles or wanting to get in leadership roles, discussing this. Because again, we're in the era of change. And what we're gonna see in 2024 is people resisting that. So I do feel like with the conflict that's happening in the Middle East, we're going to see more women speak out about it. We're going to see more women say, we actually don't like how it's been, or we're not safe, or this is what it's been. So that's to kind of look into the energy surrounding that, guys. Okay. And it just feels with the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, it just feels like men fighting and not agreeing. It doesn't feel like it's going to improve and get better, unfortunately. Yeah, Knight of Swords reverse. Some things have to give. So maybe when the Patreon comes up, I'll pull a little bit more on will things improve, but it feels so deeply ingrained. It feels so deeply rooted. I don't feel that a reading like this is going to unravel it, because I keep hearing the divine saying, this is very, very spiritual. This is very, very karmic. And this goes all the way back. All the way back. It may not get unraveled in one simple reading. It's going to require huge change and change of leadership. And again, like I said, that's going to be brought in discussion. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing regarding that and the conflict going on in the Middle East. I hope that brought some insight. So all we can do is continue to keep donating to these causes. But yes, there will be more discussions surrounding that as well as other places in the world that are going through that as well. I know people have wanted me to do a reading on Haiti. Haiti just made it back on the list of places that we can't travel to. I was actually sent a list the other day of places that Americans and Canadians cannot travel to during this time because it's dangerous there. Haiti is on that list. So I'll probably tap into that, because again, it's a big world. We have to be inclusive to everyone, right? But I do know that what's going on in the Middle East have brought a lot of shockwaves, and it's just very heartbreaking to see even what's going on in Africa, and that's been going on for years. All of this is going to be discussed. All of this is going to be brought to question, and we are going to be in a position to ask for change or to do what we can to create that change. I have a good feeling about a lot of this getting exposed, so we have awareness on what we want to do and how we want this to look in the future. I just have to say, is it going to be a little bit heartbreaking to see? Is it going to be upsetting? Absolutely. But do I feel that a lot of us are going to be in agreement that this needs to improve, or we need to do something, or we need to act? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to take more than donations. It's going to take really more of teamwork effort to get things going or to create that change. The problem is you have the hierarchy, or a lot of people that don't want this change because they benefit. War and all of this is profitable. Again, there's going to be discussions about that. There's going to be discussions about that. Now, on a lighter topic, I'm going to leave these cards here because I feel like it's important to acknowledge. Yep. On a lighter topic, the Five of Pentacles showed up reverse, letting me know that if you've been having financial issues, I do feel like this is going to be the year where you are going to make a little bit more money, because people are going to get more creative in how they preserve and save money. The problem is it's in an upright position, because it just flipped up right here in an upright position, letting me know that how we're spending money and our relationship with money, we're also going to be worried about that, or discussing that, or trying to figure out what can we do to make things better. What can we do so we can save, because we're spending more than we're saving. I do see that here too. There is positives to take from this reading. This is going to be a great year to travel, a great year to move, a great year to start a new chapter, a great year for new beginnings. This is a great year to get stable. This is a great year to get back to school. This is a great year to really solidify yourself. Let's talk about the elections. That might be a separate reading as well, because again, not everybody that's watching this video is from the United States. But there's something going on in the month of April. April is going to be very important in 2024. Four Swords reverse, Six of Cups, and also the Ace of Wands. Automatic weapon reform may be discussed again in 2024. I'm seeing shutdowns in schools. Shutdowns in schools. Shutdowns in schools. That's going to be discussed as well. King of Swords. Shutdown in schools. That's going to get discussed again. Okay. So let's shuffle some more. Now, actually, let's pull some positive. What are some positive things that we can expect? You know, are we going to meet aliens? And you know, they tried to introduce aliens last year, but I actually feel that we're going to be so deep into our own issues that discussions of other worldly beings, I don't really feel like we're going to put that much emphasis or energy into it. Let me tell you something. Aliens can come down here and we'll be like, hey, what's up? And then we're going to go back to what we're arguing about or what we're stressed out about. Because again, it's not easy here. Three of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Here's the thing. What I will say about this reading is that even though I've been picking up on a lot of things happening around us and our government breaking down and so much getting exposed because the truth is going to shake the table, we are really going to get crafty with how we save money. We are really going to move around the system and find a way to live efficiently. So shout out to us for putting our heads together. It's almost like, you know what, we're not going to shop at the grocery stores anymore. We're going to shop at local farmers markets and we're going to support local farmers. You know what, we're not going to spend all of this money if gas prices are up like this. We're going to find a way to get to work. That's a little bit extreme, but I'm just using this as an example. It's like, you know what, we're going to do this differently. We're going to go about this in a different way, which I love that for us. Queen of Swords, Eight of Cups. Yes, we are walking away from how we used to do things. And with the Queen of Swords showing up reverse, we're being called to create more balance and more structure and being more, what's the word I'm looking for? Being very strategic, very organized, because maybe we haven't been as strategic as we would like. Maybe we haven't been doing what we're supposed to do. So on the plus side, we are going to come up with other ways of living and being more comfortable with ourselves. We're going to see a lot of people getting back into their spirituality, getting back into nature, and really prioritizing where they are placing their money and doing things to preserve. That's going to be very, very important. So I know that I sound like a crazy lady online when I say, hey, prepare for rainy days, act as if a hurricane is coming, make sure you have your food stocked up, make sure you have a first aid kit, make sure you have things ready to go, all of your paperwork is in order, make sure that even for your pets, you have food and paperwork regarding your pets. So if God forbid you have to get up and go, you get up and go. Flashlights, candles. I know people think I'm crazy when I talk about stuff like this, but I have a Saturn in Aquarius and a Mercury in Aquarius. So I am always going to talk about preparing for, I don't know, a zombie apocalypse. I don't know what to tell y'all, but I'm always going to tell you guys to prepare and move accordingly anyways. Always. That's never going to change. Never going to change. Never going to change. If you have storage, start storing food that doesn't spoil in your storage. Start planting your own produce. Please start cooking your own food. Another thing I'm picking up on, we're going to see a rise in lab-made food. We're going to see callbacks on a lot of food. Yep. Something's going to be going on with food supply. So make sure that you are preserving for food supply. The good news is I feel that with the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, a lot of people are already aware of this or already in the spirit of preserving, growing, doing their own thing, shopping at farmers markets, kind of keeping it within their neighborhood rather than dealing with these big supermarkets and then they jack up the price. I do see that here. And because people are going to find elsewhere to save money and live better, all of these mega corporations could file for bankruptcy. We're going to see a lot of bankruptcy this year. We're going to see a lot of big sales because they're no longer getting the attention of the masses because money's going to start going back into smaller owned businesses. That's going to happen. So there's a takeaway. Even with everything that I'm saying in this reading, there is something to also look forward to. Because a lot of what I'm predicting and talking about, it has already been discussed in 2023, but we're going to see the action and how it follows in 2024. So I'm excited. I think I know what I want to do because I was wondering what should my Patreon talk about. I definitely want to do readings on Africa. I want to do a reading for Haiti. I want to do a reading for the Middle East. I just kind of want to see where the energy is going to take us. So that's where I'm probably going to have those deep dives and discuss that underground and learn how to make long documentaries. I want to really get into that because I actually love stuff like that. I really, really do. So I don't know. I feel like because I'm growing up and I don't know. Long story short, that's the reading so far. So I don't want to ramble. Let's talk about the collective energy and things we need to hear. Okay, collective energy and things that we need to hear for our highest good and protection surrounding 2024. Again, discussions surrounding women and fertility and sex is going to be very loud this year. Very loud. They're making that very, 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 very clear. Even how women want to give birth and discussions on labor and delivery. That's going to get highlighted and exposed as well. When I tell you so many people are voluntarily going back into natural medicine and the old ways, it's really going to be a quiet movement. Not everyone is going to be a part of it, but enough people to where it's going to be like, oh, wow, you too? Oh, wow, you too? We're going to see a huge shift in how we live and how we take care of ourselves. The thinking man. Storm warning. Men and their talks of war. So Spirit is talking about that. So get ready for those discussions to be had. That is going to be a topic of discussion. And it's all because again, people don't want to get rid or remove. They don't want the change. Yin and yang, balance is going to be called. Balance between the divine masculine and feminine. Hostilities. Yep. And then door to value. So this is what I'm going to end this reading off with. We are, as a people, changing. We are seeing people for who they are. The truth is coming out as it needs to. And we're going to be moving away from unhealthy movements that isn't allowing us to progress and grow. This could be stan culture. This could be uplifting celebrities and not holding them accountable. There's definitely going to be a breakdown in the celebrity world. And as that breaks down, we're going to see a lot of them do just about anything to keep what it is that they have. But this tower moment is happening for a reason. Because again, that way of being can no longer be the theme going forward. So we're just going to see a lot of the fakes and the phonies and the people that were doing wrong. They're going to start getting exposed, and you're going to see what they're willing to do to hold on to whatever fame or whatever of the glory days that they've had. Those days are long gone. If we don't see that breakdown happen in 2024, which I feel and believe that we will, it's definitely going to start breaking down towards the middle of the year and then start taking it into 2025. It's just going to be a downward spiral. And yes, we will be doing readings and talking about it, but we're going to be seeing a lot of that. Now, when it comes to us collectively, there's only two sides. The people that are doing the work and doing what they can and learning and taking the steps to heal. People that are walking in their truth, people that are doing what they can, they will benefit from this year. But you're going to see a lot of people that don't want to change. You're going to see a lot of people that are going to do more for attention, for clout. And you're going to see a lot of people get turned off by all of the clout chasing and all of the craziness. This is going to be the year of a lot of leaders, a lot of false prophets. A lot of people are going down this year. I ain't shit. I just heard it's going down. Basement. It's going down. It's going down. It absolutely is. These are my predictions. So on that note, guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Oh, and in regards to if we're going to see like any extraterrestrial beings and things of that sort, I feel like we're going to hear more information about it in Nine of Cups. But again, there's just going to be so much going on that not everyone is going to really, I don't know, I'm not feeling that it's like we're supposed to, but there could be so much going on that it might not get the attention. But I do feel like we're going to be seeing some things this year to let us know that there is life outside of Earth. Anyways, guys, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this long breakdown of 2024 and the energy that I'm feeling around it. Protect yourself, protect your energy, move with integrity, and have fun and do your absolute best and stay safe this year, please. And we'll be back with another reading. Bye, guys.